About 10 years ago, they were going to sell the property. It was going to be sold in apartments. We're going to be out here. And we stepped in, St. Joseph Center, Arkansas. I say we, that's our organization, stepped in and we stopped it. We got a long-term lease on the property and the farm, and our mission is to restore the property, the building, and the farm. This is a working farm, so like I said, it's 67 acres. We have 2 horses at the top of the hill that are vets that volunteer their time out here and their efforts, take care of our animals. They get to board the horses out here. We have 85 chickens, and a lot more than 6, and we have about 24 ducks. Those are laying hens. They work at our egg plant at the top of the hill, and that's where we get our eggs for the farm stand.
Okay.
We have 15 beehives. That's where all the honey from for the farm stand comes from, and the beeswax. 5 are over here by our pond. The others are over by our pollinator gardens and our actual gardens, where we grow our produce on this side of the property. Right now, strawberries and tomatoes are coming in. Strawberries just came in. We just harvested 40 quarts today.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Other animals, we have about 20 head of cattle. We have 2 sheep that are his pets, Daryl's pets. We have 8 Nigerian dwarf goats that are right behind you, and their caretaker Peaches, which is a Great Pyrenees, and she stays out here with them. So we have 3 rules on a farm: don't feed the animals unless we tell you to feed the animals. Okay. Number 2, if you got a pet, it stays on a leash. That's got to be on a leash for its safety and for our animals. Do I have to wear the collar too?
Yeah.
Gotta stay on.
He's funny.
For your pet safety as well as for our animal safety. Don't want your dog to run in with the cow and get trampled to death, or with the sheep. Or sheep are pretty mean to the dogs.
Our cat's pretty down. Okay.
Our cat won't come out.
The other rule is, if the gate's closed, it's closed for a reason. Don't open the gate.
Okay.
Any gates.
Yeah.
Any gates.
If you walk up and go, it feels open to me.
Well, there could be animals. There could be Daryl locked in there. It could be anything.
If he wants to get out, we don't let him out.
Yeah, don't let him out. So that's pretty much it. You're anywhere there's not a gate, it's not closed off, you're able to roam free, walk, take pictures, do somersaults, do whatever you want to do.
We're Bob and Barb. We've lived by the rules all of our lives, but in 2020, we threw that rule book out the window. We sold our home and moved full-time into an RV with our cat Amelia, and from now on, we will be living life our way. Don't you want to come travel in our world?
We are at the St. Joseph Center of Arkansas. It is beautiful and amazing. Here's us. There's another motorhome here. And I'm going to walk you over to the store and we'll take a look at some of the stuff as we go. You guys are amazing. You are so cute. Hi. Yeah. You're beautiful. So let's go. We're going to walk on over to the store. Definitely needing some repairs on that. I don't know if they actually have people that live in there anymore or not. It is a working farm.
First off, we're going to start with a little bit of history on what was St. Joseph Center. It was built in 1910. It has 56,000 square feet of buildings, and it was housing for the Benedict Sisters of St. Scholastica. Now, over the years, they have farmed the land, and the buildings started out as an orphanage, but then they progressed and became into a school, then eventually a nursing home, a daycare, and finally a retreat center. In 2008, the diocese closed the convent and wanted to sell it. And that's when this incredible group stepped in of volunteers and put together an organization to purchase this property and to keep it productive for the community around it. The St. Joseph Center of Arkansas. Their mission is to preserve and restore this historic property through sustainable farming and food production, programs that educate and promote agritourism and support community outreach. The biggest ways that they raise money to preserve and protect this land is through their farm stand. And in their farm stand, they do have fresh meats of every kind available. Some are raised on their farm, and some are in collaboration with other farms around them, as it is with a lot of their other products that you will see here. Cookies that are very delicious. They have incredible handmade cards. They have different spices that you will see here. Spice blends and salt blends. They have incredible homemade coffee that comes from a gentleman who gets the beans from another country. They bring them, ship them in, and he processes them here and then sends the money back that he gets from his part of the profits into taking care of his family back from his country. They do have homemade jams. They've got salsa. They've got nuts. They've got all kinds of canned goods, pickles. They've got flowers for you. And then they also have a full crop of vegetables. The video here, they're showing potatoes, they're showing mushrooms. They have the eggs that come from their farm. They have a slew of cheeses that come from a farmer down the road that sells them there.
Okay, so they are super nice at this Harvest Host, and I did buy more than the $20 worth of allotment stuff. Nothing cold, nothing about to go out of stock. So I think it's time that I go back to see the goats. Bob's not afraid of anything, so Barb's gonna follow him. And then when you come out, I think there's stairs if you want to go up and see Mary. Mary has seen better days. Her poor little nose is broken. Boy, the detail on her is simply amazing.
So I'm showing this because we had an encounter with this bull just a few seconds before the dogs did. We walked up. I said, what an incredibly lovely cow, because I thought it was a cow. It raised up on its hind legs, stomped the ground, and stampeded toward us. We thought it was going to run the fence down. Bob and I ran off screaming, and yes, he left me in the dust. And then this happened to these dogs here. So this is all part of what they do. They also host retreats. They run out the center for weddings. It is true that no one lives there anymore, but they have a huge group of volunteers that come in, and the money they raise, one goes back into the farm to help keep it sustainable, but also goes into repairs for the buildings that are there. And the buildings on the inside, which I was not able to get pictures of the items in there, from what I could see, are beautiful, like historic old world statues, and just stepping back in time is what it's like when you're inside the old convent here. So as far as it being a Harvest Host, do I recommend it? I most definitely recommend it. It was a peaceful night's sleep. We were safe. We had an easy way of getting in there and parking and feeling okay. And then, of course, there were the goats. The goats, the goats, the goats. And I'm going to put a link below to my Be the Goat Tranquility video, which if you haven't seen it, you should watch it because it is kind of cute and fun. But I definitely highly recommend it. With Harvest Host, you get to stay for free. They were courteous enough to let us stay 2 nights because of the issues we were encountering with our tire. They are very nice and very friendly, and all of the products that they offer are good. And you can purchase anything that you would like, because that's the whole idea behind Harvest Host, is to purchase something, at least maybe $10 or $20 or whatever. But we spent more than that on different items while we were there.
but we definitely highly recommend this Harvest Host.